In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on January 10, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Boston Celtics. On Wednesday night, an exciting clash is set to unfold as the top teams from each conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Boston Celtics, face off. The Timberwolves, coming off a loss in Dallas in their previous game, will be concluding a back-to-back series, having played in Orlando on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Celtics are looking to rebound after a road defeat in Indiana. This matchup marks the second and final meeting between the two teams this season, with Minnesota securing a 5-point overtime victory in their previous encounter at home. In recent games, the Minnesota Timberwolves have displayed decent form, winning 4 of their last 7 matchups. Following a convincing 113-92 road victory against the Magic, where Karl Anthony Towns led the team with 28 points, the Timberwolves are aiming to continue their positive momentum. Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels also contributed significantly, with the team shooting 53% from the field and dominating the first half with a 67-37 lead over the Magic. On the other hand, the Boston Celtics have been in excellent form, winning 8 of their last 10 games overall, despite a narrow 133-131 road defeat to the Pacers, where Jaylen Brown's 40-point performance stood out. The Celtics have been consistently strong. The team shot 52% from the field and 17 of 35 from the three-point line, building an 11-point lead in the first half before a third-quarter setback led to their defeat. As the game approaches, the Celtics face uncertainties with Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis listed as questionable. Despite potential absences, the Celtics remain favorites, boasting better form and an undefeated home record. Anthony Edwards, in stellar form for the Timberwolves, enters the game with a standout performance of 36 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, a block, and 3 triples in their recent game against Dallas. Acknowledging the recent struggles of the Minnesota Timberwolves and their challenging away game against one of the league's top teams, the Celtics, it's understandable why the latter is favored. However, the prevailing line seems disrespectful towards the Timberwolves, who, despite recent setbacks, maintain their status as a formidable team, especially considering their healthier roster. In contrast, the Celtics have key players listed as questionable due to injuries, including Holiday, Horford, and Porzingis. At the time of making of this video, the only injured player for the Timberwolves is Jalen Clark, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Boston, heading into the game with a total not seen since December 8th against the Knicks, possesses a high-scoring offensive unit, ranking first in the league in offensive efficiency. The potential return of Tatum could bolster their offensive capabilities further. Despite a streak of 6 straight overs in late December, the Celtics possess the firepower to push the total score over, regardless of Minnesota's scoring output. With the Timberwolves on the tail end of a back-to-back, defensive fatigue may come into play. The clash of styles between Boston's perimeter-oriented play and Minnesota's potential adjustments in the paint adds an intriguing dimension. While both teams don't play at an extremely fast pace, Boston's efficient scoring suggests a willingness to push the tempo. Despite the relatively low total in the modern NBA landscape, the prediction leans towards the game score exceeding the projected total, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings versus Charlotte Hornets. The Sacramento Kings are embarking on a journey as they set their sights on the Spectrum Center this Wednesday evening to face off against the Charlotte Hornets in a non-conference clash. Positioned at 5th in the Western Conference with a 21-14 record, the Kings are seeking redemption after a resounding 133-100 defeat against the New Orleans Pelicans in their recent home game on Sunday. On the other side, the Hornets, currently ranked 13th in the Eastern Conference with an 8-26 record, are on a disheartening concerning two-game losing streak following their Monday encounter, where they succumbed to a 119-112 overtime loss at home against the Chicago Bulls. Notably, this matchup marks the second and final meeting between these teams, with the Hornets securing a 111-104 road victory in their previous clash last Tuesday. Recent performances have showcased the Sacramento Kings' prowess, having triumphed in 5 of their last 7 games. Their impressive momentum continued with a convincing 131-110 road win against the Pistons, where Domantas Sabonis led the charge with an outstanding performance, recording 37 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists on 16 of 21 shooting. Keegan Murray and De'Aaron Fox also made significant contributions, contributing 32 and 26 points, respectively. Despite a challenging start that saw them fall behind by 20 points early on, the Kings rallied back with dominating performances in the second and fourth quarters, ultimately securing the victory by a combined score of 72-33. Contrastingly, the Charlotte Hornets have been struggling, losing 13 of their last 14 games overall. Eager to break a 2-game losing streak, they suffered a setback in a 119-112 overtime loss against the Bulls on Monday. Terry Rozier led the Hornets with 39 points and 8 assists, complemented by Miles Bridges' 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. However, the team's overall shooting efficiency faltered, with a 42% success rate from the field and 17 of 42 from beyond the arc. Despite erasing an 8-point deficit in the late stages of the fourth quarter, the Hornets faltered in overtime, managing to score only 5 points, resulting in a disappointing finish. The statistical disparity between the Sacramento Kings and the Charlotte Hornets becomes evident in their respective performances against the spread. The Kings boast an 18-17 record, showcasing their consistency, while the Hornets lag behind with a 14-20 record. Recent offensive displays further highlight the contrast, with the Kings averaging an impressive 124 points in their last 3 games, compared to the Hornets' scoring average of 102 points in their previous 4 games. Additionally, Sacramento holds the upper hand in 3-point shooting, ranking 12th in the league with a 37.2 percentage, whereas Charlotte ranks 20th with a 35.9 percentage from beyond the arc. The impact of injuries and a lack of talent on the Hornets side is becoming increasingly evident. In terms of recent form, the Sacramento Kings have displayed resilience and confidence, particularly in their comeback win against the Pistons. Despite playing their second game of a back-to-back set, the Kings' ability to erase a 20-point deficit provides them with a morale boost. In contrast, the Hornets continue their downward spiral, entering this game on the heels of a painful overtime loss to the Bulls. While the Kings acknowledge their issues with consistency and their subpar road performance, they remain the superior team in this matchup, making it a challenging proposition to back the struggling Hornets in any capacity. Barring a significant injury setback on Tuesday night, the Sacramento Kings are poised to dominate this game. Their recent comeback win against the same opponent fuels their determination, and with a greater urgency for victories, the Kings are expected to outclass the Hornets. Despite the challenges of a second game in a back-to-back scenario, the Kings seek revenge for their recent home loss and have a stronger motivation to secure a win. On the court, the Kings showcase superior offensive and defensive capabilities, while the Hornets excel in forcing turnovers. Sacramento's commendable ball security is likely to neutralize this aspect of Charlotte's game. Although the line may appear hefty, the belief in the Kings' ability to maintain their winning streak on the road remains strong. Therefore, the Sacramento Kings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This upcoming game features 2 teams with weaker defensive performances compared to their offensive prowess. Charlotte ranks 29th in defensive rating among the 30 teams, while Sacramento holds the 20th position. The Hornets also struggle in effective field goal percentage against, ranking 28th, while the Kings are 26th in the same category. Anticipate efficient shooting from both teams, particularly from beyond the arc, as neither team is known for forcing misses. Sacramento, allowing an average of 118 points per game, may face fatigue from a previous game, while the Hornets, surrendering 120 points per game, confront a formidable offensive onslaught. Recent defensive struggles are evident in the points conceded by both teams. Sacramento has allowed an average of 133 points in their previous 3 games, while Charlotte has given up 114 points in their last 5 games. Examining season-long defensive ratings, both teams falter in preventing opponents from scoring, with the Kings ranking 20th with a 116.1 defensive rating and the Hornets Hornets ranking second worst with a 120.6 rating. Notably, both teams have hit the over 18 times this season, reinforcing the expectation that scoring will take precedence. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.